Fuck you thought it's big scheme. Big pockets, big energy, and big pussy. Woke up in the spot, Are you coming on this? When I woke up in the spot, no, it's pressure. When I say it's big ski, no, it's pressure. And this pussy 2-5 minutes pressure. The way I swag it out, no, it's pressure. When I woke up in the spot, no, it's pressure. When I say it's big ski, no, it's pressure. And this pussy 2-5, no, it's pressure. The way I swag it out, no, it's pressure. How I back it out? Little nigga, if you fuck, give you 2 minutes, you tap it out. Swaggy little bitch with fire mouth. Bring the blocks out when I hit the town. All my niggas wild and you can see it in their eyes. Say my name block sparking the 4th of July. So princess going to the lady, bitch, I'm lying. Damn, that nigga died. How that nigga die? Wrist froze, felt like poker notes. So princess the sweat out of my toe. Bitch, fuck a lotto, got rich off them barcodes. Did he bop on a nigga since he pussy calling Tina? When I woke up in the spot, ski.
Pressure.
When I woke up in the spot, When I woke up in the spot, no, it's pressure. When I say it's big ski, no, it's pressure. And this pussy 2-5 minutes pressure. The way I swag it out, no, it's pressure. When I woke up in the spot, no, it's pressure. When I say it's big ski, no, it's pressure. And this pussy 2-5, no, it's pressure. The way I swag it out, no, it's pressure. Deep up in the night, if you want, baby, I can help you go and see the light. Fuck you, little nigga, baby, come and see the light. What's he giving special vibes? Deep up in the night, deep up in the. I came in for a fight. Kitty got the grip, gotta find it for his life. He be wildin', he be lost up in the life. He be wildin', he be lost up in the life. Swag different, going crazy on a bad day. Saks Fifth got a fire piece, they got me styling. Yo, nigga spend 100K, of course I'm smiling. Won't fuck, send him back your way, cause he trifling. Fat ass, slim waist, rich pussy, get the taste. Big pockets, big energy, just know I'm on the page. When I woke up in the.
Welcome to So Get the Podcast. Hi, I'm KD. Let's get the show started. So before I start the show today, my thoughts and prayers goes out to everyone that's out there surviving and trying to make ends meet and provide for their loved ones and for themselves. You gotta be very careful because it's a lot that's taking place in the world today, every second, every hour, every week. So there are some individuals and or entities that I have spoken with on behalf of, the companies that I work for and or affiliated with. At the end of the day, it was a saying growing up, dealing with school teachers, right? When you had to turn in your projects and no homework from summer or just from regular school years. Some teachers, those who really genuinely care about teaching others and seeing other people prosper. Some students used to turn in their work and the teacher used to ask, can you show me the work? And they would say, well, why would I have to if I took the test and I turned my homework in and I got a good grade? Once again, if you cannot show the work, that means someone else did the work for you. And if that's the case, it's not right. So to make it right, you have to do the work. Unless you have to give credit to those who done it for you. So, with that record, that was Big Ski, Pressure, that is out now everywhere. YouTube, all the streaming platforms. She's definitely dope. So give her a chance and an opportunity to listen to her. She has so much content and she's very talented. Moving forward. So today I would like to start off with more entities dropping employees. Microsoft confirms that more jobs cuts on top of the 10,000 layoffs that they have announced early this year of January. So you're talking about 6 months later they dropping. So they are slimming down in the sales force. The new layoffs are separate from the 10,000 that I once stated. Microsoft announced that in January. Salesperson and customer success representative posted messages via social media and announced they lost their jobs. It's unfortunate that people have to go through this, but that's the world that we live in today. So Microsoft confirmed that it's eliminating additional jobs a week after the start of its 2024 fiscal year. Microsoft has said in recent months their clients are looking for ways to save money on their cloud computing bills. A Microsoft spokesman declined to specify the number of cuts in the latest round, of course. In January, the CEO has issued a memo indicating that the company would change its hardware lineup and consolidate leases. Microsoft filed a notice of saying it will cut 276 people in its home state of Washington. Of those, 66 are virtual. Salesperson and customers. Salesperson and customers. Yeah, like they said, they did it via social media. Now, organizational and workforce adjustments are necessary and regular part of managing our business. The spokesperson said in the email, we will continue to prioritize and invest in strategic growth areas for our future and the support of our customers and partners. These are some of the big time corporations in America today. They prepare themselves, like most people in the world, corporate America, contingent to the AI and everything's been very remote. There are some entities and companies out here that still are hiring physical people, and only a matter of time that it would affect you and be knocking at your front door. So people that are working right now, I hope that they have some sort of plan for their future, to secure themselves just in case their job decide to change their mind about you. So moving forward, something came across my radar. This is Japanese. This steakhouse. They have closed this week after they have found meth in their soy sauce. I know a lot of people eat Japanese and things of that nature, so be mindful if you like soy sauce. Right. The owner of a Japanese steakhouse of Florida Panhandle announced on Friday that the restaurant is closing weeks after investigation determined that some of the soy sauce had been contaminated. The Nikko Japanese Steakhouse, Sushi Bar, and Pace was investigated by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff Office after seven people was hospitalized after eating at the restaurant on June 10th. Was this WKRG TV reported? Detectives said that 2 soy sauce bottles unopened to-go package of the condiment that were tested came back positive for meth, and according to the television station, give me a second, 7 patients were tested and treated at the Santa Rosa Medical Center. Blood work determined that they have ingested a drug, and the food was, and the food was also tested at the hospital and also came back positive, according to the sheriff office. No charges were filed because they were unable to determine who contaminated the food due to the lack of witness observation and surveillance footage. On Friday, the owner of the restaurant announced in the Facebook post that the business would be closing after more than 10 years, according to the report. They wrote that the restaurant was shuttering because they were unable to sustain the cost to stay open. So they So they did something to a soy sauce. They said, okay. So the owner said they had cooperated with authorities, but said that they have been brutally harassed by various media outlets. Well, this type of headline, in the main media, this is the new media here. They won't talk about things like that. They contain things in soy sauce. You got things going on with the White House. Substance being found. They say they can't find who did it, or surveillance camera didn't capture anybody who might have placed it there or not. There's too much going on in the world when it comes to the money, the people's money, and they just want good service. If they pay for something, they just want the good service. Some entity now is coming to show in real time that most entities in the corporate America do not have good business practice, and that must change, will change. It's unfortunate that it sacrifices some people's health when it comes to this business practice. Okay, moving on. So I'm not sure if you are aware of her name is Oprah. Growing up, I used to call her Oprah. Respectfully though, that was her nickname. This word that's coming out, she had I believe she had a spiritual healer by the name of John of God. I don't know where that name came from, but that's what they was calling him in, I guess, the inner circle, in the industry. That spiritual healer received 99-year sentence for trafficking operation. In a stunning turn of events, widely known as John of God, Oprah Winfrey, former spiritual healer, has been sentenced to 99 years in prison after found guilty. Heinous crimes including rape and abuse against over 600 women and young girls. Now you would say, well, what that got anything to do with Oprah? Well, when you're on that type of level, making that type of wealth, and or have those resources, around you, you do, as they say, background checks. People that work for the government, you need a clearance, right? So for you to be around a person as the magnitude of an Oprah, you would think they would have did a hell of a background check on every individual client or friends that she has in her inner circle or around it. So I don't know how that slipped past, but moving forward, he's been sentenced. Shockingly, further investigations have revealed his involvement in a baby trafficking operation where newborn children were sold to childless couples. Drawn from information obtained from the major news outlet, they did this one, huh? A reputable source, the gravity of crimes become apparent. This accused operated in Brazil, where young girls were reportedly held captive in isolated farms, enduring unimaginable abuse, being forced to produce babies. Heartbreakingly, these victims were reported to be murdered after 10 years of giving birth. One activist whose tireless investigation led to arrest has spoken with women from Europe, the U.S., and Australia who admitted to purchasing Brazilian babies for as much as $50,000. The horrend accounts underscore the extent of the criminal network that John of God was involved in and the global impact. Figures who have previously expressed admiration for the spiritual healer Bill Clinton, actress Shirley MacLaine, Naomi Campbell, and former Brazil President Luiz Inácio, if I pronounce that correctly, Lula da Silva, has all been associated with John of God in the past, heightened the disbelief and horror surrounding the case. The legal proceeding against John of God served as a sharp reminder that no individual, regardless of their reputation or stature, should be immune from the consequences of their actions. Good. It shouldn't be about your, like they stated, your money or who you are and what you represent, because it's all about this doing the right thing, but also taking care of the youth and these kids, because they are the future. And the future is right now, right? But also, if you don't take care of them now, the future's not looking too bright. So with that, dealing with the youth and the kids, it's unfortunate that even taking place, that was even allowed. But to let you know that's what's going on in the world, you know, people are who they are. If they show you, just believe who they are, nothing less. So dealing with these kids, it's fruit juices and soft drinks. I know most people's hot, it's the summer, give kids a lot of juices and a lot of beverages, soft drinks. Now, according to some of these fruit juices, some recent studies conducted by Tulane University, certain popular drinks were found to contain toxic metals in quantities surpassing federal standards for safe drinking water. The investigation tested 60 beverages and found that 5 of them contained a higher concentration of toxic metal that was not considered safe by the federal standards. The report noted that 2 assorted juices were found to contain concentration exceeding the standard of 10 milligrams per liter. Furthermore, cranberry juice and mixed fruits and curd juice and oat milk were all found to have levels beyond standard of 3 parts per billion. The sample beverages, which included those commonly found in grocery stores, single and mixed fruit juices, plant-based, milk, sodas, and tea, were measured for 25 different toxic metals and trace elements. Mixed fruit juice and plant-based milk, such as oat, as I stated, and almond too as well, contain an elevated concentration of toxic metals more often than other drinks. According to the findings published in the Journal of Food Composition and Analysis, 7 of the 25 elements exceeded drink water standards, and some of the drinks include nickel and a plethora of other things, while lead was detected in more than 93% of the 60 samples was contained very low levels below 1 part per billion. The highest level, 6.3 milligrams, was found in a lime sports drinks. Thoughts that below both EPA and WHO standards for drinking water. Godibo said most of these elements found in beverages presumably come from contaminated soil. So you're saying the juice, the sodas, water. I seen it was something else that came across the radar. Someone said Great Value products. All of them are on recall. Yes, Great Value products are all on recall right now. And you have these juices and fruit juices that you can't even give to these kids. You have to wash everything. You have the water, the faucet water. It's not good. So everything that's out here that's taking place right now, what it used to be, what you was raised on and or taught to use or to do, that's not it anymore. That is not the norm. So all these things that's coming out when it comes to food and things that you place in your body and business practice in corporate America, things are changing. Those who've been around or who's been in these dealing with these brands and or owners, it's time to, I would like to say, start over, or just replace them with better leaders, those who do care about the people, those who are giving good service and a product. That's what's needed for the world today, because there's too much chaos that is taking place, and it's time to collect what is ours moving forward. A&W, nice. A&W, you can't mess with A&W, man. You know, with the root beer floats and those things, man, growing up with those things as well. used to be good, right? So A&W is on my radar. So fans of A&W root beer and cream soda is eligible to some cash after judge has granted approval of a settlement, even for they've been misleading claims regarding the drinks. The settlement involves the made with aged vanilla claim printed on some of the company's product, including 12-ounce cans and 20-ounce plastic bottles and 2-liter bottles as well. The plaintiffs argued that the beverages didn't contain aged vanilla and were instead flavored with vanillin, a cheap and it's a cheap substitute for the real vanilla, which the real vanilla should be in it. This is according to the lawsuit. The approval of the settlement comes years after the plaintiff initially filed the suit. The lawsuit noted that a survey of 411 consumers in March 2020 found 89% of them believed, based on the made with aged vanilla labeling, that the A&W products were vanilla flavored. The survey showed that most respondents took the statement to mean that the vanilla flavor came from a vanilla plants, such as vanilla extract, which is made from vanilla beans from the vanilla plant. Tests from an independent laboratory, however, revealed that if not exclusive source of the vanilla flavor derives from artificial synthetic ingredients, vanillin. Plaintiffs argued that if they known the true source of the A&W flavoring, they would not have purchased the product at a premium price. Why would you? That don't make logical sense. Keurig, I believe the Dr. Pepper, which owns A&W, agreed to a $15 million class action settlement. Anyone who bought an A&W root beer or cream soda between February 7th, 2016 and June 2nd, 2020 of this year is eligible. The settlement includes the following products: A&W root beer, that's the regular one, the dyed A&W root beer, A&W root beer zero sugar, A&W cream soda regular. There's a couple more that's out there. Like, do your homework. So, moving forward with what's taking place in the world today, we have to be mindful what we place in our body and how we treat one another. Growing up, I was taught that your word was bond. An agreement and a handshake was everything. Still everything to this day. Now, some might not still believe in that morals and a principle, but right is right and wrong is wrong. So, I spoke on something earlier in the show. I believe, I've been thinking about maybe every week, possibly, might start showing some homework, and we'll just take it from there. Hi, I'm KD. This is So Get the Podcast. See you later.